Hey there everyone, welcome to the Uke Stuff channel. Let's talk tuners today. I just reviewed this tuner. It is the Lekato or Lekato rechargeable tuner. And I just wanted to demonstrate some features of tuners and just talk through them. So the first tuner that I'm going to just mention is this one that I've reviewed a number of times on my channel. It's the Jowoom Smart Tuner. I think it's the T2. It is a wonderful device for tuning multiple instruments at a time. So I'm a elementary school teacher. I teach ukulele the 5th grade. I tune 40 ukuleles in a shot. If I owned a music store, if I had a large collection of ukuleles, something like this might make sense. You can watch my videos about how this works. Ultimately, it's a combination, sort of like a string winder and tuner all in one, sort of a drill feature. And the reasons why I like this one, number one, the battery lasts forever. Number two, the grip is good. Number three, it has this automatic sensing where I don't have to like change the settings to get to the next one. When I've used some other tuners, such as the Rode, I've had to toggle between strings. I'm not sure if that's true of the Rode 3 or not. I'm talking the Rode 2 and the original Rode. And then the Enya does have an automatic mode, but the top of the Enya doesn't work with all ukulele tuners or tuning pegs, particularly big, thick ones. So this one almost works with everything. Now, does it work with a bass? No. Does it work with a guitar? Yes, to a point. There's a point where some guitars are so hard to turn that even this struggles with it. But I just want to show you sensitivity. So I am not going to say that the Jowoom Smart Tuner is going to tune to the highest sensitivity that you've ever seen. So let's tune it up real quick here. G, C, and went too high. And when I hear it going too high, I just hit the down button, and that's also how you can like change strings and stuff. And I do have this set to the automatic mode. I could toggle between switches, but it says auto uke, and you can change the setting for chromatic, you can change it for guitar, electric guitar, classical guitar, but uke settings what I leave it in most of the time. And then finally, the A string. And when it's done, it beeps. Now, I could pull out the Enya tuner, I could pull out my Rode 2 to show you, but they all work basically the same way. But there are a couple of tuners that are incredibly sensitive, and we can see how close that one gets. The Peterson Stroboclip tuner here, there's now one in color, but this is gonna be a chromatic tuner, although you can change lots of settings on it. I'll see if I can tune this so you can see it too. But as you play it, you can see that it's slightly flat. There we go, and now it's holding steady. That C is slightly sharp, not by much. There's your E. So this Peterson clip-on, there's now one again in color, it's a little more expensive, is super sensitive to pitch. So you can see how the Jowoom here doesn't quite lock in exactly to pitch center, but when you're dealing with 40 ukuleles at a time, it's close enough, like most situations. So that's an example with the Peterson. Now, let me grab a different ukulele here. All right, so here's an Enya KUC20 ukulele. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use the Lekato here, or Lekato. I'm going to hold it on and turn it on. So it's on now. It's set chromatically, but I'm going to change that to ukulele. Don't have to, but I'm going to. So I'll change to that setting of ukulele and clip it on the top. Now, let's get a sound here and see how we do. And this, by the way, is lefty strung, if you're wondering. Now that's in tune with the Lekato or Lekato clip-on tuner. Now, the other super sensitive tuner, which is a much less expensive tuner, is the TC Electronics UniTune. These sell in the United States at Sweetwater only for usually sell at some point for around $30 or less. So these are a much better deal than the Peterson tuners, just as sensitive. However, there is one thing to add, which is that the way that they made this, it doesn't swivel. So you sort of have to put it on your instrument in a way that you can see it. So that can be a little tricky to pull off. And I want you to be able to see too. So remember, we just tuned with the Lekato tuner. The string should not have stretched that much. Let's see what happens. First of all, I got to turn it on. It blinks. A little low. E was decent. A little high on the E there. Sorry, C. I'm thinking backwards. Let's go one more time. A's in tune. E. C. Now, just to prove one other thing, let me pull out the Peterson tuner here, and we will compare what happens between the UniTune, TC Electronics UniTune, and dead on. It's saying just a little low on the E. And then I just touched a little bit and went too high. Still not liking the C. Now here's the point. Any one of those tunings, the Lekato or Lekato, the TC Electronics UniTune, or the Peterson, or any other tuner you have, is going to get you close enough for generally what you want to do, unless you have perfect pitch. Also, I don't tune by ear very often, string to string, or just in general, or with a piano. I use like a reference pitch if I'm just tuning the first time to get them close, but I don't rely on my own ear because I don't have perfect pitch. I might have relative pitch sometime, but I have to be in music for a while, even as a music teacher. So I don't even trust my own ear for intonation. What is perfect pitch? Perfect pitch is where people experience the world in a way where they hear different sounds distinctly differently from each other, very much in a similar way that many of us see color. Like, we can differentiate between blue and white, and it's totally clear to us. People with perfect pitch do that with pitch. They hear a sound and they know exactly what pitch is it at, and they could even tell you how many cents sharp or flat. It's amazing. I've only come across 2 or 3 students in my career that have had it, and I've only known a couple of other people that have had true perfect pitch. So it's quite a gift. I don't have it, and I certainly would not trust myself with intonation. Incidentally, I do think that perfect pitch can be a problem for people because most people don't have perfect pitch. So most people are happy modulating pitch or where they're at, and people with perfect pitch, that can drive them crazy. So that all said, if you have a tuner, great, use it. If you want to use your phone, use it. If you want to tune by ear and you trust yourself, go ahead and do that. But if you're looking for accurate tuners, your Peterson and TC Electronics are going to be your closest. But something like this Lekato or Lekato that I recently bought from Temu, which was $10 plus tax and shipping, that's going to be great too. And it's rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about batteries, all that other stuff. Lots of options. And of course, if you're doing a classroom set, these automatic tuners are amazing. All right, so that's our little talk about tuners today. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.